Winston Trotman is a performing artist from Trinidad and Tobago, and he was the semi-finalist. He was a semi-finalist rather of the First Citizens National Poetry Slam just last year in 2020. Please allow me to introduce Winston Trotman.
I was never afraid of the dark. In fact, it was always an adventure. Navigating through the lack of light to find a path seldom taken, I once took a dare to sleep under the bed to prove that monsters don't exist. I got up that morning with my eyes in my hand, unready to see the sun, but excited to polish my record of fearlessness, only to find that no one cared. That my reward for my attempt of bravery was self-actualization. I was 10. I was 10 when I realized that no one rewards bravery. It's a trait that everyone sits down to talk about, but no one ever stands up for. I was 10. When my bravery was ripped from my smile, my breath held at gunpoint, aimed at someone else's words, telling me that secrets are always meant to be kept like treasure, beautiful to observe, but dangerous to reveal that you have. I was told that trust is something you hide in the palms of your heart. That if you make a pinky promise, it ties your ventricles to a conversation that your vocal cords can't decipher. I was 10. When I discovered that monsters didn't hide under the bed, but snuck under the sheets to remind you what fear looks like. I was 10. When I heard what a monster sounded like, it sounded 4 years older than me, with the urge to bury its discovery into my innocence like I was an underwater expedition. My childhood was some search for Atlantis, and he was an ancient archaeologist trying to find a lost temple that fell underwater 10 years ago. I was 10. When I folded over into the fetal position for the first time and bathed in my tears, found shame and truth, and signed a contract with my lips, promising I would never tell, because 10 is never honest. 10 is never believed. 10 is a child. 10 isn't brave enough to face the consequences, because 10 is the one being blamed for the things that happens to them, because 10 is a child that holds on to the innocence of happiness and hopes that happiness doesn't choke the same breath that it takes every single day when he goes out to play. When the street lights are still too bright for him to see the sun, he hopes that being 10 is enough for his mother to hear him speak, but he's only 10. I was 13 when I went to give blood for the first time. They asked me if I ever held hands with a man under the moonlit skies and the peace of night. I became brave, whispered my secret to a man holding a mosquito in his hands. He told me my blood was tainted. At 13, I became quiet, yes again. Like an earthquake shake closed everything I had opened up to this one person I've never known before. I stood there looking him eye to eye, hoping that he did not see the inner parts of I, knowing that I was bleeding, wanting to give blood, but he called it tainted. I was 17. I was 17 before I was able to gaze at a mirror yet again, to become brave yet again. I was 17 and my skin felt the vindication of truth, that I wasn't at fault for the appetite of someone willing to forge a legacy of abuse into my psyche. I was 10 when I died, but now at 28, you have seen a coffin come alive out of the ground and declare that I am brave. I said that I'm brave. I said that I'm brave. I said that I'm brave. And I'm no longer going to whisper it, because I'm no longer 10, but I'm me. Thank you.